Hello, my sunshine, and welcome to a new episode of the Hot Girl Morning Podcast. I am so excited to have you here. This episode is for anyone who's having a bad day or just a bad couple of days or weeks and needs a pick me up and just wants to feel a tiny bit better. And I hope this episode will help you with that. I just want to make things clear from the get go. I am not a therapist. I'm not a mental health professional. So if you really have a disease, you have depression, you have all those things, this is maybe not the episode for you. This is for anyone who's just not feeling their best right now. And I hope that I can help you with this episode today. As you know, from what I do in a lot of other episodes, I have this book where I open up a random page and I read out loud to you a quote or an affirmation that is in there to kind of give you a sign from the universe what you need to hear today. And that's exactly what we're also going to do today. It's again from the book Living with Joy, Keys to Personal Power and Spiritual Transformation from Sanea Roman. If you're actually watching the YouTube podcast version of this podcast, you can actually see the book in my hands. So I'm just going to open up a random page. Let's see, what do we have? Okay, there's a quote on there. Let me just read this out loud to you. Every single part of you has a gift for you and is there as your friend. I'm just going to read also the next couple of sentences. There's no voice within you that does not have the intent to help you. A voice or sub-personality that seems unhelpful may not have an accurate picture of what you want, or it may have been set up many years ago and is still operating from an old program. A part of you that experiences fear, for instance, may be trying to protect you from things it thinks might hurt you, even though you know now from a higher level of understanding that these same things cannot hurt you. Your journey in this lifetime is to bring all your parts up into your higher vision and purpose. Learn to love each of yourselves, for as you love them, you begin the process of uniting them with your higher self. How did this happen? This is like perfect for today's episode. Every single part of you has a gift for you and is there as your friend. This is so good. Okay, I'm gonna just jump into this week's episode right from the get-go because I want you first to recognize right now how you're feeling. Create this moment of silence right now in this moment and connect to yourself. Like, what is going on? What are the emotions that you're feeling right now? And as we just read in this book, that every part of you, like, this is your friend, this is your supporter. And I want you to recognize that all these emotions that you're feeling right now are also your friends. We need to finally learn to have a good relationship with all of our emotions because I feel like so often we just in our minds decide, okay, this is a good emotion. This is what we're allowed to have. And this is also a good emotion, but this other like sadness, fear, anger that we're not, or disappointment that we're not allowed to feel those feelings. And instead of feeling the feelings, we just push these feelings aside, but keep them actually in our bodies and they grow and grow and grow and grow over time. And we do not release this trauma, these negative feelings out of our bodies. And I want you to now maybe think about your life. Are there maybe some emotions that you do not allow yourself to feel? Are there emotions that you do not allow yourself to feel? I think it was like a couple of months ago or maybe a year ago, I have recognized that the feeling of anger is something I rarely ever felt. There were like, if there's anything that is unjust, like anything that goes towards racism, sexism, homophobia, like these things create really like I get so angry. But other than that, and if the Wi-Fi is not working, I never used to feel anger, or I never used to know how to properly feel anger because it's like, especially I think as a woman, like anger is not something that you're supposed to feel, and you should always do XYZ. And I want you just now to recognize for yourself, are there some emotions that you do not allow yourself to feel? Maybe I'm just generalizing right now, but from my experience, I can recognize that maybe for women it's harder to like feel emotions like anger, and maybe for men it tends to be like sadness. Like you're never allowed to just be sad and be, I don't know, not okay with things. So I want you just to recognize, how is your relationship to your different feelings? And what I want to tell you right now, it is okay that whatever emotion you are feeling, and instead of pushing these emotions away, I want to create a safe space for you to also feel these emotions. It is okay to feel scared. It is okay to feel overwhelmed, to feel disappointed, to feel angry, to feel sad, to recognize that the path that you have been on is not the path that you want to continue on. All these emotions are trying to tell you something. And instead of pushing these emotions away, I want you now to take some time to recognize these emotions and listen to them. What are these emotions telling you? Maybe you're realizing that there's a situation that you're not okay with, where you need to set some boundaries for yourself. Maybe you're realizing that you're not really showing up for yourself, and this really creates a lot of resentment in you. Maybe you realize that the people around you are not the right people, or the job that you have been pursuing for so long is not the job that you will actually want to have. And I want you, instead of pushing these emotions away, I want you to feel these emotions. Just, I'm going to jump a little bit back right now, because this is something that really helps me when I don't feel my best. To just recognize how, if these worries are really trying to tell me something right now, that I need to change something about my path, or if they're just, if I should not listen to them that much. So, something that I like to do is I do cycle syncing. So this is for anyone with a menstrual cycle who is also not using a pill, because when you use your pill, I don't think that you have like, you don't really have a period. This is like something different. So for anyone who's on a menstrual cycle, not like using the pill, you have 4 different cycles, for different, yes, cycles in your menstrual cycle. I don't know how to say this better right now, but basically there's the follicular phase, there's the ovulation phase, the luteal phase, and the menstruation. And basically, for me, I'm very conscious with where I am in my cycle and how my hormones are and how I'm feeling. And for me personally, I can always recognize when it's like a couple of days before I get my period and while I have my period, I maybe tend to have bigger mood shifts and I feel a little bit worse. And there are more worries coming to my mind and limiting beliefs coming to the surface. And what I have recognized for me is that in these times, these worries come more to the surface, and it is okay, and I'm allowed to express these feelings and those worries. But I'm also aware that during these times, I am most likely not making big life decisions, because I know, okay, this is just where an overwhelming amount of worries may come to the surface. And the time where I like to make more decisions about what I want to change in my situation is maybe right after I had my period and when during ovulation phase, because I know this is where I tend to have like more energy and see things in a different light. So just jumping back, I want you also to just be aware of, do I really need to listen to this worry right now or not? Because I think there are different kinds of emotions. Is it that you're following your dreams and that there are limiting beliefs coming up and worries coming up, that because you're scared to get out of your comfort zone and really to follow this path? Is it this kind of scared that is kind of like, in the end, like what you're following is really your intuition and your core dream and your heart project and what really gives you joy? Or do you feel those feelings right now because of other things, because you're not happy with where you're at right now? So I'm just going to close this chapter for now, but I want you just to recognize with where you're at within you. Like, how do you feel right now, currently in this moment? And it is okay for whatever emotion you're feeling right now. It is okay that this is here. And I want you to not only tell that to your, like, I think maybe your conscious knows this right now, but I want your unconscious part of yourself to realize this right now as well. Like, you still have this inner child within you. And I want you to be kind of like a gentle parent to your inner self right now. And just realize it is okay that you're feeling this pain right now, that you're not feeling your best. Feeling these feelings will help you redirect and find your focus again. And for me personally, sometimes I need to feel my feelings. It is not always the healthiest to just be like, I don't feel good. Okay, I need to make myself feel better. So what can I do? I'm gonna journal now. I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna do yoga. I'm gonna meet a friend. I'm gonna do all those things. Often, sometimes we need to sit in our misery for a moment to kind of get some realizations of what is even going wrong right now. We need to allow ourselves to sit in silence, to sit in this pain, even though it is so painful. I want you to really learn to feel your feelings through. And if you have the feeling that you're really like you're not doing well and you need some support, then get yourself support of people who help you feel your feelings, who are there on your side, who are just supporting you to go through this emotion. Okay? Right now, it is important for you to feel those feelings and to recognize with what you're happy in your life with and what you're not happy with. And you're gonna get so many lessons from this. You're gonna get so many lessons from this. And I remember I always found it so annoying. Like when I was going through burnout, actually, I was always thinking, well, one day I'm gonna have my lesson from it. And I remember I got so sick from this. I was just like, I don't want to have another lesson. Like I had enough lessons. I felt shitty for long enough. Can you please make it stop? But um it's all about accepting and letting go and learning to allow those feelings to come up and to be in the present and to just feel all the emotions, because this is what makes the human experience so beautiful. And at the end of the day or at the end of life, I want you to recognize that these phases were also important to have. But it is sometimes helpful to still see the bigger picture. Yes, there are these hard times, but when you look at everything, the opportunity that we have on this earth is just beautiful. We get to live on this earth with this beautiful nature. Well, sometimes I don't. Winter is just ugh. Sorry, I'm just not a big winter fan because it's raining right now and it looks very great. But in general, nature is very beautiful. And if you think about how the human body works and the fact that you're on this earth and you're able to listen, to see, to feel, to hear, to like express your thoughts, to have like a wisdom within you, and these things are so beautiful, and there are so many amazing human beings out there on this earth. There are so many beautiful connections that you get to make. There is such a beautiful journey of you getting to know yourself, finding out who are you truly. What are the people that you want to spend your time with? What are the things that bring you joy? What are the things that don't bring you joy? And the beautiful thing about all of this is it is in your hands. You got this gift from the source, from universe, from whatever you believe in, or maybe you don't believe in anything. That is also right. But you got this gift of living. And I want you to recognize this as a gift. And it is okay that things are hard right now, but you still have this gift in your hand, and I want you to hold on to that. Because if there are sad times, there will also come good times. There will come times where you feel so fulfilled, where you feel so supported, where you feel so grateful and so happy for the people that you get to meet, for the connections you have on this earth, for the opportunities that you're opening up. It is about you having courage to show up as yourself. I think I said this already so many times, but the more you are yourself, the more you will attract the right people into your life. The more you will attract people into your life that will love you. And so often, I know here are a lot of people pleasers and empaths right now with me. We change our behavior to fit in, to be liked. And it is okay that this is there, but our goal shouldn't be to be liked by everyone, but to be loved by the right ones. And by truly learning about who you are and really expressing yourself, this is where this like natural selection is gonna get in place, where you will really recognize and repel the people that are not the right for your life and find the right people into your life. Okay, I want you to really get clear on what are the people that you want to spend your time with, how do you want to feel. And it's not only about the people, maybe it's also about the job, maybe it's about your studies. It will be all right. You will get through this, okay? You will get through this step by step, day by day. Step by step, day by day, you're gonna keep going and you're gonna come out on the other side. I'm so proud of you that you keep on going. I'm so proud of you for feeling these feelings, because this is something I think a big part of the society is not aware of their feelings and is not capable of feeling those things, because it can be so painful. It can be so painful truly feeling what is going on within you and being so honest with yourself, with where you're at and where you want to go. But you have the courage. You have the courage to feel your feelings and to keep going and to trust that things will get better and to take the steps that things will get better, because they will. Feel free to send this episode to anyone who you think might need this, need to listen to this. And if you have some specific reasons you're not feeling, or some, if this was not enough, feel free to message me on Instagram at greta.webhofer, greta.webhofer, and let me know what you're going through, and maybe I can support you a little bit as well. I want to help you go through these times and recognize that you're so powerful and you're so capable and you deserve to feel happy. You deserve to love yourself. You deserve to be surrounded by people that make you feel good. You deserve to live a good life. So thank you so much for tuning in. I am so proud of you, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye.